This should light things up for a while. Of course I'll take my trowel along too. This might come in handy at some stage. We definitely need the binoculars. We've got to be extra careful with the letter scales. I'll take that along. I'll take that one just in case. Who knows when this might come in handy? Having something like this with you might prove useful. That's a measuring tape. I'll take it along.
You could always use some glue.
Who knows when this might come in handy?
At long last.
Sure you've got everything?
Sure. Let's just get going.
Yes, let's go. Just have a look at this mess, will you?
That must have been yesterday's storm.
The rain's washed out its own drainage channels.
Maybe we're in luck, and the rain's exposed a couple of valuable pieces.
I can't recognize anything. I think the binoculars will help. Now I can see everything much larger and clearer. There's the hut and a lot of tools, with the mounds of rubble and earth to the right, and the exposed walls to the left of the hut.
Can you see anybody?
No, but I've already told you that the digging has been interrupted for as long as Mr. Brown's away.
Come on, let's start with our digging. We might be lucky and find that Julian's right. Maybe something has been washed to the surface.
But first we should find a suitable site for digging. After all, we don't want to damage anything.
Anne's right. Well then, George, tell us how to dig properly. You give me the directions, and I'll dig. You're the boss, George.
Better stay here. We're only supposed to look at this section.
George, you know that we're not supposed to go into the fenced-off area.
Better stay here. We're only supposed to look at this section.
George, you know that we're not supposed to go into the fenced-off area.
That's not the right place. That's not the right place.
Better stay here. We're only supposed to look at this section.
George, you know that we're not supposed to go into the fenced-off area.
Better stay here. We're only supposed to look at this section.
George, you know that we're not supposed to go into the fenced-off area.
This looks like a good spot. Right, Dick, let's get cracking.
So what have you got to do first?
First, you have to remove the rough layer of earth with the shovel.
I'll try that straight away.
What's the matter with Timmy? Stop jumping around my feet. We really can't work like this.
Come on, Timmy. Leave us alone. Go play over there.
Timmy, what's the matter? I've got no time to play now. Here, Timmy. Go and fetch.
Great, George. It worked.
What was the second step again? Remove further layers of earth carefully with the trowel.
Try this for a change, Dick.
Look what I found. Looks like a screw, doesn't it?
Definitely not a historic find.
Well, you super archaeologist. Now you only have to... clean the find with the brush.
I'll try that straight away.
Timmy, what's that lovely thing you've got there? Hey, look what Timmy has brought us.
George, have a good look at that.
It could be something. I can see a few pieces of pottery. Timmy, you're a real darling. Well done, good boy. But to be able to clean it properly, we need something sharp. A needle or some tweezers. We don't have anything like that here.
Aunt Fanny will help us there, I'm sure.
You're right, Anne. But before we go home, we have to measure and weigh our find, just like Mr. Brown taught me. Now we just have to record our measurements.
Let's go back to Kieran Cottage. We can clean our find over there as well.
But first we have to stuff it into our rucksack.
The best way is to put it into the plastic bags, where the sandwiches are.
Then you know what the next step is, don't you?
Yummy! Aunt Fanny's sandwiches are still the best.
Good. Now that we've stashed everything away, we should get back to Kieran Cottage.